Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Sol's Diecast Odyssey. Continuing journey to fill as many of these beautiful Plano cases as I can, and ultimately we're working towards at least a big 50 case reveal and other things that are being set up in my diecast room, if you like. My good friend Mick67 asked, can I have something like a British case to show you? Yes and no. My cases are Euro cases. I don't do exclusively British because I haven't got that many British models, to be honest with you. Got a few Land Rovers, got a few Escorts. And then I start struggling. I keep my Matchbox separate. There's a few Brits in there, but I say I keep Matchbox to Matchbox. So what I tend to do is have Euro cases. I do have more Brits in one than another to another, etc., etc. But I say I like to keep the European theme together. So, and in terms of 1980 vehicles, Mick, that's a bit of a grey area for me. I think you're the man for that, given the market area you occupy. So I'm going to do you a Euro case. It's the first one. I've got a number of these. This isn't the one with my Escorts in. You know well enough what they look like. So I'm going to crack on with Pack and Stack-A-Plano Euro Edition. And speaking of Mick67, this is a piece he got me. Well, if you're looking at that like I am, you can already see how fine a quality this vehicle is. I mean, look at the alloy spoke wheels. They're the 5-spoke wheels, and you can see the disc brakes behind them. So we are talking a premium piece. When he sent me this one, I was like, are you sure you want to send me this one? I mean, it's beautiful. It really absolutely drips quality. So going down it then, we've got door handles featured in there. You can see the rear wraparound lights. You can see front lights picked out even from the side. Running boards, white trim line, petrol filler cap, silver trim around the windows, an aerofoil on the back picked out, but we'll get to that. A beautiful tan interior that is, you can see there, look, there's the gear knob. Highlighted, steering wheel highlighted. This piece is quality. Roof rack running rails picked out. I mean, this is exceptional. And I'm thinking to myself when I got this, good Lord, Mick, who makes such a beautiful base like this? I mean, here we go again. Look, Porsche badge. This is a Porsche Cayenne. Lens headlights, indicators, grille, suggestion of a license plate. And again, look at that. The details are blindingly good. Let's try and get something. There you go. There's the Cayenne logo emblazoned across the back. Lights within lights. And it's only when we turn it over that we see that this is actually a Maisto. Rubber tyres. I mean, I wasn't too sure. Can I just tilt the light a little bit this way? That's a bit better. I didn't even know Maisto did things to this standard. I mean, the base is screwed together, so if you wanted to customise it, that'd be the easiest thing to do. But why would you touch such a beautiful piece? I mean, wow. There we go, Porsche Cayenne Turbo Maisto. I was absolutely astounded to find that was Maisto, but we don't get a lot in this country, so. But Mick, that, like so many other pieces you sent me, is treasured, and it's a big old piece as well. It really is a big old piece. And it only just fits in there, but as we know, we keep the big stuff on the bottom, as is the norm. This is where we deviate and do something a little different. I'll do these at the end. These 3 spaces I'll do at the end, because it's not normally my bag, but again, I love these things and you'll see when I get them. So we'll go up to the second row, and here is a beautiful mainline piece from Hot Wheels, and it's the AMG Mercedes. Wow, I guess this is our version of a Porsche. A Dodge Viper. To me, with that big old fin on the back, it looks similar. Not as rounded as the Viper. I love the Viper, I've got a number of them. But I love this Mercedes equally as much. I think it's a stylish icon. It's an absolute race beast. I'm a Mercedes driver myself. Nothing like this, unfortunately. But who cannot love something that looks like that, given the race pedigree that Mercedes are putting into F1 now? Hot Wheels logos, 68 spelt out, very simple tampos, very classy piece. I mean, you could have even lost the Hot Wheels logo on the door for me, but I like that as it is. The wheels are okay. I don't think they subtract. I don't think they had anything, but they don't subtract. But again, look at that. That is a monstrous piece of work. But yeah, love the Mercedes, and especially the AMG. This is a decent mainline piece, again from Hot Wheels. A BMW, what as Brits call a Beamer. Classic grille there, badge picked out, just not too much detail until you come to the backside, and then there's a blaze of different lights there, indicators, reversing lights, nighttime running lights, side lights, nice BMW logo there again. And this one again is a Hot Wheels, and this is the BMW M4. A good honest mainline piece. One of them panoramic sun windows at the top. I think that's meant to be. But yeah, I think that's a good honest piece. And I quite like the BMWs. I think BMW and makes have replaced things like the Vauxhall Insignia, which you lot over in America would call General Motors, or Opel in Europe, and the Ford Mondeo. Our roads used to be full of Vauxhall and Fords, and you barely see them nowadays. They're all Mercedes, BMW, Audis. You know, the flooded car market with quality assured, low mileage second-hand ones, and that's where people are snapping them up now. And speaking of Audi, there's one in a rally livery. Again, this one came all the way from Spain, back off holiday with me. Seen them in this country since, but yeah, Audi Quattro. The wheels, totally unsuitable, but I can live with that. It's not a piece that's crying out to me for a wheel swap. Maybe if I get bored and I have a glut of wheels, then maybe. But again, it's got to be rally wheels. Nice tempo work on it. Nothing over the top. That pretty much looks as a race car or a rally car would look. In this country, bombing around the Kielder Forest in Cumbria. I would love to go on a rally course one day, and my good lady has sort of agreed to that. It's okay racing around the track, but I think it'd be more thrilling to be hurtling through a forest and not knowing quite what's round the corner. You know, you've got to put your faith in your co-driver then. But yeah, they do full day courses, and I think that's where I'd like to be ultimately. So, David Johns, he was showing us on his recent show various wellies, and the show before that, I think it was RMZs, This is a Mercedes, this is a Lamborghini Aventador. And look at the casting. That is beautiful. I mean, look at them lines. How sleek do you want it? These brands are as good as anywhere in the world. You know, the big sellers amongst the rich. You've got to be rich to have one. Painted on headlight, it says that Lambo badge on the front. Nice intake air scoops. Nice wing mirrors. Good wheels that go with a piece. Rear mounted engine detail there under them glass louvers. And the shape is just so appealing. Rear details basic, but all there. And that, to me, is a beautiful, beautiful solid casting with good wheels. Cheap as chips. Because there on the bottom is a great European make welly toy. David, you've got some coming in the box that's somewhere in the mail. But there we go, Lamborghini Aventador. And these things are not expensive over here, but they are quality. I do like them. They just keep getting better and better and better. So we'll soldier on a bit because time's getting on. And here we've got a 599 Ferrari. Again, good mainline casting from Hot Wheels. Nice tampo wick. Headlight binnacles, tampoed on. Nice air scoops. Nice sympathetic tampo work on it. Nothing in your face. It looks sporty. No details to speak of on. And I would say good job Hot Wheels there, really. They're the sort of thing that are the mainstay of my collection, I would guess. Last video, wheel swaps. This video, another sole wheel swap. This was the latest release of the Aston Martins. I think at the turn of the year. Like the car I showed you the other day. Beautiful car, beautiful casting, nice details on it. Lighting on the front. The Martin badge on the back. Nice tempo stripe, but the wheels were terrible. So I ended up putting some white walls on these, and I think it has turned it again into a different animal. A lot classier looking because they had them horrible daisy cutter wheels on again. And they're just not, they just don't sit well with me at all. Beautiful, beautiful British brand. The Bentley Continental. Loved, and I would suggest recognised probably the world over. Again, another beautiful casting. Great wheels that go with it. Detail front and back. Bentley badge because this company are licensed by everybody. And there we go. If we turn it up that way and just tilt it to the light. There we go. Yet another welly toy. So these things are fine. If you see them, don't avoid them. You know, pick them up. Pad out your collection for not much money at all, you know. I don't know why they did this in a police livery other than I think maybe Kuwait, they use them as a status police car. But this is a Lamborghini Countach pace car. As in pace for racing, but for some reason they've put police light bars on and called it a cop car. Love the casting. Don't like the fact that it's a police car. I just think it just doesn't look anything like. So I think when I'm bored and there's nothing much to do, I think that is going to get stripped and we will have something more fitting of an actual race pace car, and that way I can keep the light bar on top as well. So we'll go for 4 red in a row, something I don't normally do, but we will on this occasion. And I'm looking at this, and this is a Porsche Carrera. Again, fine casting, great wheels, detail on the front, including that famous Porsche badge. Nice interior, windscreen wipers picked out, look, as separate pieces. And once again, that swept back Carrera back end, lovely Porsche emblazoned across it all. And once again, we're talking Willy toy. Honest people, get yourself a few pieces if you can. You'll not be disappointed. I mean, that's what we got there now. 3 wellies in there, and they sit in there as good, if not better, than most. So, you know, never pass up a welly. This next one is an Aventador, and this is a good casting by Mattel, and they weigh a little bit more than welly. Did it look any better? No. Are they equal to them? Certainly. Again, it's when you see them doing it like this, you think, yes, Mattel, yes, Hot Wheels, you are doing us proud. The wheels I can take. They're not reality based, but when you look at it together, they're okay. They're fine. They're fine. So this is wheel swap piece number 2 for this case. I had a Benny on this day and got a few bits done. This is a Hot Wheels mainline. I think this is a 944. Just let me check. Yeah, 944 turbo. Out not so long ago. You'll remember this one, but it had hideous wheels. This one is not a roller because I only just managed to get them wheels in there. But I think that has only made a mainline piece look a lot better. Very simple, nice colours, no details. But again, it's only the fact that we've got a wheel swap that just somehow lifts it a little bit out the ordinary mire. You know, otherwise that wouldn't, you know, look anything particular in there. And then the final one for this case, when we're talking wheel swaps, is this old beauty I've done here. This is an old Ferrari, an old Ferrari. Number 21, sympathetic flames, nothing in your face. I had these spoke wheels, well, once upon a time. Most of the Ferraris had spoke wheels on, and again, this is tiny white walls there, you know, the white line on the tyres. It kind of gives it a look, which I think, to my mind, is in keeping with the time period. I'm quite happy with that. And we'll turn that one over, and there we go, a Ferrari 965. And that's a 1999 casting, so it's got some age to it. It's a weighty piece, it is all metal. But again, I did that wheel swap, and I'm very pleased with how that came out. So there, wheel swap fans, you've got that one, and that one there, 3 Souls wheel swaps. I'm very happy. It just brings the ordinary to a little bit more. So we got another manufacturer here. That's it, thank you for focusing. This is a no rev, and this was a concept car that I believe had a limited production run now. Interesting wheels, I don't know if you can pick them out there. Sort of like a cyclonic thing. Lovely finite detail on the front. I mean, this is future space ages. There's a Peugeot logo on the bonnet. Nice, strange stealth-like angles. Nice details. Look, there's different coloured interior highlights, light bars across the back, and there we go. This is the Peugeot Fractal from No Rev. No Rev at the top there, or people call them No Rev. No Rev, it's the same thing, but I like No Rev. It's hard to get them. They are pricey. I do like their concept vehicles. They do a lot of concept vehicles from Peugeot and Renault, and that's a little bit of something different in the case. We'll do two quick ones in a row here. Fiat 500 in some sort of race livery. Number 2, don't like the graphics much. I like the car, not for me. I'm not going to say anything about the Fiat 500. Ladies' car. But yeah, they're funky. I think they've helped propel Fiat to a market leader in small cars. Same thing, just a different colour variation. Again, awful wheels. I may do something about that. Terrible tampos, but a nice shaped car. Again, a lot of people own these things. They're very popular in England. Enough said. This is something that's a bit better in that pawn livery. Green interior, green highlights. This is a Ford Fiesta. Nice lens lights as part of the casting windows, I would guess. Nice wheels. Again, this is Hot Wheels doing it right. Very little detail, but that in its entirety, I would suggest is a nice piece. I like it. And if it's my collection, that's fine. We'll do 3 in a row of these beauties. The Porsche 917 race car, like a Le Mans 24 hour. We all know this shape now. It's pretty iconic. I don't like the colour scheme of this one. I prefer a much simpler. It's a bit too gearish. Green on blue does not work for me. A little bit of engine expose there. I'm whizzing through these because I've just noticed the time that I've been wittering on again. Is a simpler version of this car. Paint wise, it's not half as busy, and I prefer it much more. And then I guess to complete, I mean, you look at that in the case, they're a big old casting. To complete this trio is my favourite one of all, which is the very simple blue and white. Nothing much to say. It's the same as the other two, but blue. And I like that. I like that. They fill that top section up real nice. And then we're back to the makes that you may not know over that side of the pond. And this is RMZ City. There we go. This is a real cheap make. I got this from the island of Fuerteventura. It's the only time I've come across them, and I've noticed that Model-Matic have started selling these now. They are so cheap, it's criminal. I mean, there's an Audi badge on. Nice front details, lovely colour scheme, nice flat mat, good wheels, decent detailing on the back. And I just tilt this to the light and put it in focus. There you go. And this is the RMZ City, and this is the Audi R8 V10. Again, licensed product, so they must be doing something right. But it's almost like this piece here, you know, good, honest, quality pieces for budget prices. So I'll do my usual tilt in a minute, but I wanted to go back here because this is where it differs a little bit for Soul this time. Motorbikes, I don't mind them. I've owned a couple in my time. Most notably an Aprilia, Italian race pedigree, and one of the smaller Ducatis. But I love big beefy European bikes. And I only own 3 because it's 3 castings that I like. But this is a big old BMW 1300. You know, no race fairings or anything. Decent details. Is a BMW logo picked out there near my thumb. Good wheels. I think it's an honest casting. They're chunky. They're really, really chunky. And this is where I'm going to have fun standing them up. When they're on the wall, it's so much easier. But we'll just put it like that for now, if I can. Again, Italian race pedigree, a Ducati. The detail on this one is much finer. We've got a full race fairing on this now. What's not to love about that? Even if you're not a bike enthusiast, it's a good chunky race bike. Nice wheels on it for me this time. That's 2 from Hot Wheels. Again, it just shows you can mix and match to suit your heart's desire. And once again, we've got a different colour variation of the BMW 1300, this time in a metallic green. Same as the one I've just shown you in black and white. Big, chunky motorbikes. I mean, mine, crikey, it had a seat on it that was as good as your armchair. And that was even heated as well, but... So we'll do the usual, where we're going to stand this up a bit better, and this is probably where the motorbikes fall over. Fingers crossed. Now, when these are on the wall, I stand these motorbikes to the front rather than the back. So we'll just tilt up, pull out a little bit. And there is one case packed full of European beauties. Hope you'll agree that's, you know, maybe 3 or 4 different brands in there. 3 wheel swaps. Things that you really wouldn't group together, but once again, you know what my philosophy is. You put them in that case and the magic happens, and somehow, when you get them up on the wall, they all make sense and they all look fantastic. Right, people, I've got to fly. We're on 28 minutes now. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate it. Keep going, people. Keep smiling. Keep making nice lots of cups of tea and biscuits and sharing the jokes around. And let's keep our spirits up during the face of this, well, pretty much global crisis, eh? We can and we will get through it. And we all help each other through. If anybody wants to talk about anything, you can do. Feel free to vent and I will always get back to you. As my regular commenters know, I appreciate everyone and I do enjoy taking the time to answer the people that care enough to comment. If you're too busy, I accept that. We're all free to do what we want, but I'm just letting you know that I appreciate you. So that'll do for this one. Mick, face Euro case. Oh, God, I'm just repeating myself. Many more. And next time I do one, Mick, in the Euro style, we'll get on to the Escorts and Land Rovers, Range Rovers, that kind of thing. Okay. Hope you enjoyed this one, people. From Seoul, tatty bye.